Have you ever wondered how to tie safety wire and why it's so important? Stick around, we're going to talk about it. Welcome back to our car maintenance series. Today we're talking about safety wire. Some of the things that you're going to need safety wire is obviously the wire itself. You're going to want to get yourself a good safety wire pliers. It takes all the twisting out of your hand. Then you're also going to need a fixture like this. It helps get your hole through the bolt head so you can put your safety wire in it. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but these are already piloted for a 16th inch drill bit. Basically, you just put your bolt in and you'll run this down against the head of the bolt and you'll drill through it. You can use it in a drill press or clamp it down to a table and drill through. So some of the reasons why we safety wire the rack boots. A lot of times we'll safety wire the rotors on and the drive plates. The rotors and the drive plates, those are things that are under constant stress, torque loading and unloading on the bolts, so they can actually work. So the whole purpose of the safety wire is to pull the bolts so it's harder for them to work loose. And on another thing with the rotors, they're a little bit covered, so it's easy to check the safety wire to make sure the safety wire is there, and then you know that the bolts are tight. We're going to dive right in to the safety wiring. So now I've brought you guys in closer to the project that we're going to be doing here. This is just a test piece, and I've purposely offset the screws to show you how to do it when they're not in line. Ideally, these two screws would be in line with each other as far as the holes going through, but this one is roughly facing this way and this one's roughly facing this way. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our wire and we want to double it over, and we want roughly 1.5 inches, 2 inches more than we're going to need, just so we can grip it with the pliers. Now, a word of caution, this is just 32 thousandths wire. They do make heavier, but for what we're doing, this will be strong enough. So we're going to come through and we're going to just about get it doubled. Pretty close. So as you can see, this is running this way. So now we're going to take our pliers and we want to grab this right about the center of that bolt. And we don't want to cut this wire, so make sure you're staying out of the cut part. So you want to grab this right about center, and you want them crossed so we get a good grip on them. We're going to lock our pliers and we're going to give it a couple twists. And then usually the last twist or so I'll do by hand. So now we have our initial twist here. What we're going to do is we're going to take this leg of it. We're just going to pull this up all the way for now. And we're going to bring this leg through. We can take our pliers and we can grab onto this leg. And we can pull him tight. See how I got just a little bit of a bridge here? If you have this happen, you can pull that wire back out and you can take a couple twists out of it until you figure out where you're not going to have a bridge in it anymore. And then you can send that part back through. Again, grab with the pliers and pull him through. See how now we're nice and flat and tight? So now we'll take this side and we'll cross him, probably about a good 3/4, 1/2 inch out away from our last bolt. Now we'll take it and we'll give it a few twists. And then usually I try to cut it, if you look at it, we have 1-2 wraps. Usually I try to go at least 2 wraps out. That kind of helps it from undoing itself. And then I'll take this and I'll pull him back this way. Just makes it just a little bit harder to catch yourself on it. So now if we look, in order for this bolt to loosen, it needs to pull this whole thing over. And if this pulls over, it's actually going to pull this down around. It'll tighten this. In order for this to loosen, it needs to come this way, which will pull the top of this bolt over, which will tighten it. Whenever we're safety wiring, we need to be conscious of which way the bolt turns to loosen it, and we need to wrap it the opposite way. So no matter what, when we tighten this up, it's pulling the bolt tighter. So that's been a very brief overview on how I safety wire. Like I said, you'll see me safety wire on the rotors, the rack boots, and the drive flanges. All these products I'll have linked in the description below. If you guys are finding value on this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It lets me know that you guys enjoy what I'm doing. And check back. We're going to be doing more maintenance videos. You guys enjoy your day.